more lives cost than saved. The indication in the report today is that the number of lives saved by Stakeknife was high single numbers, maybe low double digits, and we're able to say that we think he was linked to at least 18 deaths in Northern Ireland. So that's where the negative outweighs any arguable positive in terms of the information he might have been able to supply on the activities of terrorists.
British spy in the IRA cost more lives than he saved, according to a report published today as part of Operation Canova, the 7-year investigation into 101 murders and abductions during the Troubles. Agent Stakeknife was one of Britain's top agents in the army during the IRA's internal security unit and has been linked to various murders. Here's the Northern Ireland Police Chief, John Butcher, speaking earlier.
The claims about countless lives being saved by Stakeknife are inherently implausible and should have rung further alarm bells. Any serious security and intelligence professional hearing an agent being likened to the goose that laid the golden eggs, as Stakeknife was, should be on the alert, not least because the comparison is rooted in fables and fairy tales.
That's Northern Ireland's now Police Chief, John Butcher. Let's go now live to Peter McVerry from U105 radio station in Belfast. Hi, Peter.
Afternoon to you, Matt.
Just explain, first of all, who is Stakeknife?
Yeah, so Stakeknife was probably the highest ranking British military agent within the IRA. This report today doesn't actually name Stakeknife. The military, the British government have a policy of neither confirm nor deny is the name of it. We do expect him to be named in the fuller report that's due to come out later this year. But you know, as we say over here in Northern Ireland, every man and his dog knows that Stakeknife was a guy called Freddie Scappaticci, now deceased, who passed away last year. He was the head, as you say, of the internal security unit for the IRA, known colloquially as the Nutting Squad. They were the people who were responsible for enforcing discipline, for trying to weed out informers in the IRA, and they were the people who were responsible for lots of murders in Northern Ireland for alleged informers. But it seems from lots of this evidence as part of this indication for Operation Canova that actually one of the things that was happening was that some of these people were totally innocent of any crime and had done nothing wrong, but their lives were taken in order to protect the identity of Stakeknife. And one of the allegations that's been levelled today by John Butcher is that the non-intervention from the state lots of times means that on some occasions information was not passed on some occasions it was incorrectly passed on, and on some occasions it was totally correctly passed on, but the decision was taken in order to protect the identity of Stakeknife as a military spy, that actually nothing would be done, there would be no intervention, and that led to the death of a large number of people in Northern Ireland. As you say, more lives cost than saved. The indication in the report today is that the number of lives saved by Stakeknife was high single numbers, maybe low double digits, and we're able to say that we think he was linked to at least 18 deaths in Northern Ireland. So that's where the negative outweighs any arguable positive in terms of the information he might have been able to supply on the activities of terrorists.
And so what will happen now in terms of repercussions? I mean, you know, a lot of time has passed. Scappaticci himself died last year at the age of 77. Even if they wanted to, is there anyone left involved in this who could be held to account?
Well, a couple of things. There were 16 possible charges that were referred to the Public Prosecution Service, and they announced late last year that there was insufficient evidence to move some of those along. We believe there would have been sufficient evidence to prosecute Mr. Scappaticci, but obviously his passing means that's not going to happen. There are other investigations that will be underway. Operation Canova covers slightly more than just the activities of Freddie Scappaticci and Stakeknife, but given, Matt, that we have coming down the road in the next couple of months as well, the Legacy Act that the government has put in place, we're not exactly sure what will be possible to go ahead. And as you say, even the natural passage of time, you'll remember there were a number of incidents in Northern Ireland in the 70s for which a member of the military known as Soldier F was due to stand trial, and that's not happening because Soldier F passed away in the last couple of months. So we'll see that more and more. The interesting thing now is the families are expected to react in the next hour. And we're waiting on a statement as well from the Northern Ireland office to see what the government position is. But given that this is an interim statement, Matt, and there's more coming later in the year with fuller details in each of the individual cases, I'm not sure how much closure we'll actually get on this today.
Peter, always good to speak to you. Thanks so much for that. Peter McVerry there from our sister station, U105 in Belfast. And as and when we do hear from the families and others involved throughout the day here on Times Radio, we'll, of course, bring it to you. Let's turn our attention to other news.
Okay, Mr. Scappaticci. Oh.
Hi, I'm Carboda.
Yuck. Do one of these here whenever you want.
I am Freddie Scappaticci. I'm sitting here today with my solicitor. I'm telling you, I'm not guilty of any of these allegations. I have not left Northern Ireland since I was challenged by reporters on Saturday night. Nobody had the decency to ask me if any of these allegations were true and why the police had not come to question me about these allegations.
A huge volume of very detailed material consisting of completely unsubstantiated allegations has been published by all branches of the media with absolutely no regard for Mr. Scappaticci's position or the harm which such publication could cause him and his family. I've been instructed to examine all of the material recently published with a view to defamation proceedings.